all the time, and it's easy to forget what we're, whoops, it's easy to forget what we're working on, right? So this is the cadence that I wanted to start three times a week on Reels and then build up from there. And then I asked it also to make it cohesive. So, YouTube banners, Facebook page, and I'm really starting from zero. And then the other thing I asked it to do is based on the kind of the design template that I have to build out 3 or 4 carousel templates so that it can just populate it when needed. So this is that I said the starting point, assume the starting point is 0 followers, 0 emails, 0 YouTube, nothing. And then I said what this is what I want people to feel. So I gave it a target of this is the feeling that I want to evoke when people come, read my website and come up to me, warm, approachable, smart, a good coach, somebody that they want to work with. Because again, I'm trying to build up kind of the education side of things for me. So this is the pipeline. It's got an idea, or the other thing I asked it to do is figure out, give me a couple ICPs. So design 2 or 3 ICPs that are ideal customer personas, and then design an anti-customer, an anti-ICP. So who are the people that would be great for me to work with, and who are the people that would not be great for me to work with. So it has some contrast to work with on that. And then I've talked about this before, that every single step along this process needs to have a criteria, a definition of a done, even if it's just an idea. So I think sometimes we can get caught up in thinking, oh, definition of done only has to do with something that's metric, that's has to do with metrics and numbers, but we can define definition of done on knowledge work as well. And then the other thing is figure out where the human sits in the approval. I don't want to gatekeep this. I don't want to do, part of the reason I want to build a content engine is because I want to be able to step away and have content that is ready for me to approve, an idea that's ready for me to approve, that's based on research on what I've done and based on what's happening in the market. And then and then a draft, either it's a script or outline for video content or, email or newsletter that's drafted in my voice that I can approve and edit. But I don't want it to come back and say, hey, what do you think about this idea? Do you want to do this or do you want to do that? I want that built in to the process. So, and then the other thing I said was, we need to watch it. What are the metrics? So there's 2 metrics. One is the definition of done on the front end for ideation and creation and kind of writing. Is it really in my voice? What does it sound like? So that's the front end. And then the back end is how well is this doing? If we're going to publish all this stuff, we need to watch it. Is it getting any engagement on LinkedIn? Is it getting any engagement on Instagram? So I said, even if we improve 1% a day, that's better than nothing, because we have nothing right now that we're starting with. And so, I asked it to come up with what is the score? What is the rubric? How do we know if it worked? And if it worked, then how do we bring it back into the beginning of the idea so that we feed into that whole ideation loop? So again, so we talked about rubrics. So measurement at 4 levels: the idea level, the writing level, the producing level, and the measurement level of how effective it is in terms of eliciting engagement. And then I gave it a couple YouTube channels to watch. One is Sabrina's channel and one is Nick Sarev. This is spelled wrong. Nick Sarev, because I think he's excellent at explaining things. And so I wanted to kind of, watch his channel, see what's performing well, and then kind of, choose from that. This is an assessment, blah, blah, blah. Can you guys see this? Oh no,
Yes, we can
see this.
Yep.
Yes.
This is the can you see this?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yep,
this
sure.
is the flywheel. I asked it to, so, it's going to mine ideas from these places. So one of, conversation, I asked it to watch school, and I gave a couple communities to watch just to see what questions people are asking there. My own Claude transcripts, look at other people and kind of look at outliers, what they've done. And then the other thing that I will so this is all passive. 1, 2, and 3 are passive. It's watching things. And then the 4th one that's active is me giving daily updates or weekly updates of, hey, this is what I learned. This is week. This is what I'm thinking about. So it has both of those. And then and then this is this Birdie. These are the AI employees that it created. So the first gate is Birdie's going to be the one that's in charge of all the ideas. He, she, I don't know, it minds the ideas, gets, you know, gets all of them, and then creates the article. And then it's suggesting that I do the emails on Tuesday afternoon. I haven't decided that yet, but basically the ideas are mine, and then it's turned into a weekly email, 3 shorts, a LinkedIn article. Lanny is my voice agent that owns it. And then gate 2 is writing, producing. So this is the only human step right here. Is all of this stuff from up to gate 2 is written by the agents, is mined by the agents as part of that workflow. And then the human step is me, where it sends me a message in Slack and says, this is the idea, you approve or not approve. And then,
Are we looking at the right page?
Are you guys looking at the process?
We see number 8 and 9
right
now.
No. Oh no, you guys
sorry,
are okay. No.
Wondering.
I'm sharing something else. All right, that's good to know. Let me stop, because I have a whole graph that I'm sharing that I'm talking about. I shouldn't say I'm sharing.
I thought maybe, yeah, okay.
I thought that little flywheel looking thing in the gray box was what you were talking about.
No. This is
I was like, I don't see Birdie.
Yeah.